So I work at observation and assessment. I always wanted to be a police officer, and that didn't really work out for me, and so I still wanted to do something with like law and helping people, and then it just popped into my mind to work with juvenile delinquents. So they're in for multiple reasons. Most of them are in the program for drugs, I would have to say, probably drugs. And basically it's like an in-between program between the detention center and wherever they end up. They get this one last chance to prove to the judge that they can change. We observe them doing this, and then we assess them. Then we make a treatment plan, and we present it to their judge. Ideal option is going home. So that's what we want everyone to achieve, is to go home. Every Thursday in the mornings during school, we bring them to Dan Peterson, which is a school for special needs kids in American Fork. And it's a great opportunity for them. Like, you see a completely different side of these kids. They're rough and tough in O&A, and they want to show, like, who's manliest, and they soften up, and they guide their hands to something to help them. Or, and it's just, like, a different side of them. Going to work with these kids is not easy. But the thing is, at the end of the day, no matter how much you hate this one kid, because he's been picking on you, and he's been swearing at you, and just putting you down, even though you are helping him. At the end of the day, you have to be his advocate. Half the time, they have been horrible. But then there's like those little moments, And I guess you could say that that's the same for, like, me. I have to fight for them. They're gonna keep messing up. Just like I'm messing up. I think, what's the one story I want to think about? I think the book is called The Peacegiver. Casey, is it called The Peacegiver?
Yeah,
okay.
Peacegiver.
Yeah, The Peacegiver is what made me think a lot about this. The Peacegiver is a great book, by the way. You should read it if you haven't read it. The book of Jonah ends with the question. What's the question?
Like, shall I not spare Nineveh or something like that?
Yeah, should I not spare Nineveh? And that's how the book ends. And it's never answered. And it's the weirdest thing. Heavenly Father is saying, I spared you. And that's how I relate me and the O&A kids to Jesus Christ to me. No matter what, at the end, to the judge, you want to be able to say, he has done well. We want to send him home.